So let's talk about drive architecture, and we've mentioned a couple of these things already. So drive types are magnetic, optical, or solid state. We don't need to go through that again. Drive standards, parallel ATA, which was IDE and various other flavors, eIDE, UDMA, those were all that. Then you have serial ATA, okay, and then you have external serial ATA. All right, so the difference, we'll go back through this. Serial data goes one bit at a time. Parallel data goes in parallel. Now, it might stand to reason, just kind of as a backstory to this, that parallel communication would seemingly be faster because you could send, say, a byte at a time instead of one bit. However, whenever you do that, you have the potential for signals to be crossed. Really, in any situation, we're dealing with electrical signals being sent. So we could have signals being crossed inadvertently if they are done in parallel. That's why parallel is typically lower speeds. In comparison, it's much lower speeds because they couldn't push it far enough. And they actually had several different versions before UDMA came along, and UDMA tried to bump the speeds all the way up to a whopping 33 megabits per second. Okay, that's not very much in today's day and age. So they knocked it all the way up to that, but just using memory channels. DMA stood for direct memory access. Okay, so the drive would be able to perform faster because it had isolated memory just for itself. So serial is in fact faster because you can bump the speeds higher and higher, and you don't have that possibility of interference. So and there have been, there's SATA, there's SATA 2.0, 3.0. So, you do have different variants of this. eSATA is just simply external. The connector is a bit different. SCSI is primarily for server drives. Okay, it stands for Small Computer Systems Interface, and it was a server drive technology that allowed us to have multiple drives. We go into that a little now just because I don't think we're going to hit it again, nor do you have to know a lot of detail about it. You will only find it in servers, that is for sure, and the predominant advantage of it is to be able to set up multi-disk drives. And by that I mean that instead of a cable that just connects drive to controller, you have a cable that connects to multiple drives on the same cable, so multiple connectors, and then to the controller, called in that case a host bus adapter. And so I could actually set up a single logical volume that was several terabytes, and be using single terabyte drives, for instance. Okay, I've got 5 single terabyte drives, and so I've got a 5 terabyte drive. Now, a lot of cases, you build in some fault tolerance, some redundancy to that so that you have automatic failover. Okay, that's why you find it in servers. It's very important, number one, that we have a lot of storage space, and number two, it's important that we be fault tolerant. Form factors, just like with a motherboard, refers to the physical form of this, in this case, a hard drive. And they're typically 3.5-inch drives and 2.5-inch drives. Okay, 2.5-inch for laptops, 3.5 for desktop. That would be your standard. Now, solid state, I believe there are some other form factors, but those are the ones that are listed in the exam. So you could have even smaller solid state drives, but what we're talking about from computer systems, typically 3.5 to 2.5, unless you're in a more of a mobile device.